Have you ever felt stuck, like something invisible is holding you back every time you try to move forward? Here's the brutal truth. You don't need more motivation. You need a bulletproof mindset. Because if you don't train your mind will train you to fail. And yes, that's harsh, but it's also powerful. Because if the problem is in your mind, the solution is too. And in this video, I'm going to give you a mental routine that will reprogram your brain and flip your entire life. Even if right now you feel lost, exhausted, or like you're running in circles. Every successful person you admire didn't just work harder. They thought differently. They trained their brain to believe before the world gave them permission. Because here's the truth. Your results are just the mirror of your dominant thoughts. You don't get what you want, you get what you expect. And your expectations are programmed by your beliefs. Most people walk through life with mental software installed by fear, rejection, failure, and shame. They're living in a prison, built with their own thoughts. They say, I'm not good enough. I always mess up. I'll never make it. And guess what? The brain proves them right. Not because it's cruel, but because the mind obeys its master. And the master is your programming. Here's the good news. You can rewire it. You can uninstall the fear, delete the doubt, and upload a new mental operating system that's built for success. It starts with repetition. What you hear and repeat daily becomes your belief. What you visualize becomes your reality. What you affirm shapes your identity. Here's the exact routine to reprogram your mind. 1. Morning reset. Start each day with power statements. I am focused. I am unstoppable. I create results. Say them with emotion until your brain believes. 2. Visualize victory. Every morning, close your eyes and see yourself already living your goals. Not hoping, feeling. Experience it as if it's already real. 3. Purge negativity. Every time a limiting belief shows up, write it down. Then ask, who told me this? Is it true or is it just programming? 4. Daily repetition. Reprogramming is not one event, it's a habit. Repeat your affirmations every day, even when you don't feel like it. 5. Nightly rewire. Before bed, feed your brain one last vision of the life you're building. Your subconscious will process it all night long. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your beliefs. But when you change your beliefs, everything changes. So don't just watch this video and nod. Act. Speak the words. Visualize the outcome. Reprogram your mind. Because if you don't, the world will do it for you. And trust me, you don't want to live by the world's script. You want to live by yours. Most people wake up and immediately hand over their mind to the world. They scroll, compare, react. And without realizing it, they've already lost the battle for the day. But not you. Because now you know you're in control. You can train your brain like a muscle. You can design your thoughts like an architect. And it doesn't matter where you started. Your past, not a sentence, it's a setup. Your pain, not punishment, it's preparation. Because some of the strongest minds were forged in the darkest moments. Pressure doesn't break diamonds, it creates them. So don't run from pressure. Don't escape discomfort. Use it. Let it sculpt you, mold you, build you. Because every time you push past fear, you're rewiring your identity. You're telling your mind, I'm not who I was, I'm becoming who I was born to be. And listen, that version of you, the focused one, the disciplined one, the unstoppable one, already lives inside you. You don't need to find them. You need to free them. But here's the catch. They won't come out if you keep telling yourself the same old story. You've got to kill the old script to write the new one. So today, decide that from this moment forward, you're not available for self-doubt. You're not available for excuses. You're not available for a life that doesn't set your soul on fire. You're here to rise. You're here to lead. You're here to become a living example of what's possible when someone fully reclaims their mind. Most people spend their lives reacting to stress, to opinions, to rejection. But the second you stop reacting and start responding with intention, you separate yourself from 99% of the population. Because now you're no longer driven by emotion, you're driven by purpose. You weren't born to live on autopilot. You were born to drive, to take the wheel, to steer your life in the direction you choose. And that begins by becoming brutally honest about what you're tolerating. Because whatever you tolerate becomes your life. Comfort zones are seductive. They feel safe, familiar, predictable, but nothing grows there. If your life feels stuck, it's not because you're unlucky, it's because you're overvaluing comfort and undervaluing challenge. Your brain loves patterns, it loves efficiency. But it doesn't care about your potential. That's your job. To interrupt the old wiring, to disrupt the lazy narratives, to demand more. From yourself for yourself. Stop waiting for motivation to strike. Motivation is a byproduct of movement. It doesn't show up first, it follows action. And once you take that first uncomfortable step, the fire starts to build. Most people want results without resistance, growth without sacrifice, change without discomfort. But transformation demands a price. And that price is your old identity, the one addicted to convenience and approval. You want to evolve? Then you have to let parts of you die. The indecisive version, the one that overthinks, the one that plays small so others feel comfortable. Kill that version every single morning. And in its place, build the version of you that acts boldly, speaks clearly, chooses power over pity. That version is built with reps, mental reps, emotional reps, discipline reps. People will tell you it's not that simple, that you can't just decide and become someone new. But those people are describing their limits, not yours. Most advice is just a projection of someone's fears. Don't adopt them, because deep down, you know the truth. You're capable of so much more. You've just been hypnotized by repetition, repeating the same habits, the same doubts, the same patterns, and mistaking them for personality. But personality is not permanent. It's programmable. And every single day, you're either reinforcing the old program or installing a new one. So ask yourself, are your habits pulling you forward or holding you hostage? Are your thoughts empowering you or quietly destroying your self-belief? Because every time you hesitate, procrastinate, or shrink, you're telling your brain, this is who I am. But every time you act with courage, you're voting for your future self. And that future self isn't waiting in some distant timeline. They're built now, in the choices you make when no one is watching, in the standards you set when no one's clapping. You don't need permission to level up. You don't need approval. You need clarity, certainty, consistency, and that comes from deciding that average is no longer an option. Let others play it safe. Let others chase likes and validation. You're here to build something deeper, discipline, direction, dominance over your own mind. Because when your mind is strong, everything else follows. Health, wealth, relationships, purpose. It all starts within. And if you're still doubting, listen closely. Your future is not written in stone. It's written in action. And inaction is also a decision. Every day you delay is a vote for the life you say you don't want. But every day you rise, train, focus, and execute, you're building momentum that can't be stopped. So the question is no longer, can I do it? The real question is, how long will I keep waiting to become who I already am? There will be days when nothing makes sense, when doubt screams louder than your vision, when fear disguises itself as logic and tries to talk you out of your dreams. Those are the days that define you. Because anyone can act when they feel good, when the path is clear and the feedback is instant. But the ones who rise, who truly build themselves, are the ones who move forward even in the fog, who plant seeds without knowing exactly when the harvest will come. But plant anyway, because they trust the process more than their emotions. You're not meant to feel confident all the time. Confidence isn't a requirement for action, it's the result of it. Every time you do the hard thing, the uncomfortable thing, the thing that most people avoid, you become someone stronger, someone sharper, someone who doesn't just dream big, but backs it up with behavior. Because that's what separates the successful from the spectators. Consistent, aligned, unapologetic action. People will misunderstand you. They'll label your ambition as arrogance, your standards as selfish, your focus as obsession. Let them. Their comfort with mediocrity is not your responsibility. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to break patterns, to challenge narratives, to lead by example, not explanation. So stop trying to be liked and start trying to be undeniable. And when it gets hard, and it will get hard, remember this. Pressure is not punishment. It's preparation. Life isn't testing you to break you. It's shaping you to carry the weight of the success you're asking for. So instead of praying for it to be easier, train to become stronger. Because the life you want is on the other side of the resistance you're avoiding. Face it, dominate it, own it.